Afternoon, Phil from MOTO-MATE, and stopped raining at least. Good news. Here we are with Paul's, bit of a mouthful, Suzuki GSX-S1000GX. I think that's right anyway. But Paul's been very kind and helped us in the development of a nav mount. So the mount is very similar to the one that we did for the GSX GT. The mounting points are different under the screen, but it has the same mounting plate methodology with the articulated knuckle, so you can adjust the height of the device so you can keep a clear view of your screen and your instruments. Before we take the screen off and mount to the screen, I'm actually just going to put the Garmin cradle using the Garmin on this version. It just makes life a bit easier as I've got space out here. So this is a Garmin cradle, so therefore we're using the small aluminium top hat bushes just to pack out the holes. And that's because the Garmin products use 4mm fasteners and TomTom and Quadlock, etc. use 5, and I'll just drop that. So we've now got that range of adjustment. Right, we're going to pop the screen off, put it somewhere safe. Fitting kit for the mount will include longer screws for the screen because obviously we're spacing it out the width of the mounting plate, which is 5mm. So we've got some longer screws and washers in the box for that. Okay, so in the fitting kit, aside from the nav mount itself, we've got two of these spacers, and you'll notice that they're actually they're recessed on there. And I'll show you the reason for that in a minute. So we've got the longer screws, spacers, and I'm also putting in there 4 well nuts, M5 well nuts, because the mount is designed to fit on the higher position. If you want to use your screen in a lower position, that means obviously additional well nuts to pick up the different fixings. I've got a little blob of grease on my finger here, and I'm just going to put that on the top 2 well nuts. Because once you've got these spacers, the nav mount and the screen all fighting for being held in place, it's easier just to glue these spot of grease just to hold them on top of the walnuts, stops them falling off. That's today's top tip from Phil. Screen, one of the longer screws, and the nav mount. Try and do this without throwing it all on the floor. Spin that up and hold it in place. So that's the screen all back on. There is the articulation on the mount head. So I'm just going to pinch these up now while we set the height. Observant amongst you viewers will notice that Paul's got a Zumo XT mounted down on the handlebar mount. It's not overly happy with the position, but it is hardwired in back under the tank and the seat to a funder box. So obviously that'll be removed later. I'm not covering that in this video. Right, so there we have, now just slacken those off, but you can see the degree of rotation. So we can go all the way back and come all the way down. So if you want to run it in portrait or landscape, you can, and then you can just adjust the height to clear the instruments. That is nice and solid. That's not going anywhere. We will do a video of it being ridden down a Fenland country road, just to show it is all stable.
First thing is that the eye line is perfect. My sat nav is on the handlebars and I have to take my eyes off the road to look at it. And the other thing is that is a really viciously bumpy road and it's really, really stable. The screen is perfect, there's no blurring, and you can see everything with real clarity. So it's really impressive.
Right, so there you have it. One MOTO-MATE nav mount on the Suzuki GSX-S1000GX. If you've got any questions, any comments, drop them in the box below, send me a message, and we'll get back to you. Many thanks. Cheers.